Hey everyone, it's time for your Monday Daily Trucker News Update. I'm Isela Rios.
And I'm Carlin Stafford. We have a lot of news to cover today, including which Department of Labor rule could be withdrawn, the reason Republicans say they won't back an infrastructure bill, and dramatic video showing the importance of moving over.
So let's get trucking.
A new bill has been proposed by senators to help the trucking workforce. The Developing Responsible Individuals for a Vibrant Economy, aka the Drive Safe Act, looks to establish an apprenticeship to allow CDL holders under 21 to operate commercial motor vehicles across state lines. The senators who sponsored the bill say it could help the supply chain by allowing more drivers, especially as the nation continues to struggle with the driver shortage. Now, this isn't the first time the bill has been introduced, which is supported by the ATA. It was unveiled during last year's congressional session, but didn't make it to the president's desk.
Well, the Department of Labor has proposed withdrawing the independent contractor rule that was adopted in the last days of the Trump administration. The law, which changed the interpretation, that was a tongue twister, of independent contractor status, would take effect in May. But the department says they're going to take a closer look to see if it matches more with the Fair Labor Standards Act. The rule uses 5 factors to determine a contractor's status. They are nature and degree of the worker's control over the work, the worker's opportunity for profit or loss, the amount of skill required for the work, the degrees of permanence of the working relationship between workers and the employer, and whether the work is part of an integrated unit of production. It is considered better by many, including the ATA, than the ABC tested used in California's AB5. And as if we've reported before, the PRO Act looks to implement a similar test on the national level. You can comment on the proposed withdrawal, but you have to wait until April the 12th to do so.
You know, Isela, like everyone we chat with tells us, if you guys don't agree with something, reach out to your representatives, your Congress leaders, because they're the ones who have kind of more say and more pull, especially when these decisions are being made. So make sure that you let them know if you're not a fan of, removing this rule that was pushed back until I think May 7th anyway, so it wouldn't have been implemented immediately, but they definitely want to hear from you guys, so let them know.
Yeah, so it's, what do they say? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Don't complain later.
Don't complain later. Well, it doesn't look like Republicans are looking to support an infrastructure plan, especially if the plan includes increased taxes as a way to pay for it. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell says Republicans wouldn't back the plan, and he predicts Democrats would have to use the same reconciliation tactic, which allows a bill to pass with a simple majority vote they used to pass the $1.9 trillion stimulus package, which Democrats haven't ruled out yet. The plan, if it includes a tax increase to pay for it, would be the first one in nearly 30 years. The gasoline tax, which pays for highways currently, hasn't been increased since 1993.
The FMCSA says hours of service violations have dropped since the regulations changed, but not by as much as was expected. In total, it dropped about 1,200 cases, but the administration believes it's due to fleets and drivers who are still learning the new rules.
You know, those rules did go into effect just last year, and last year was kind of crazy. I know they've kind of, gave exemptions for certain things and then not exemptions and then let those exemptions expire, renewed them. So there's a lot of things going on. So I can definitely understand why there's still kind of an uptick in those violations, because a lot of people, they're not sure.
They're not.
And neither is the FMCSA. So, hey. Well, dramatic video out of Florida is showing us all why it's important to move over when you see an emergency vehicle on the side of the road. Take a look. Dashcam footage shows a semi ramming into a Polk County Sheriff patrol car as it tried to rejoin traffic, forcing it to nearly hit 3 other individuals. Luckily, no one was seriously injured. Florida, like many other states, has a move over law, so make sure you're changing lanes or slowing down when you see an emergency vehicle while on the road. The investigation is ongoing and charges are pending for that driver.
This next story is an example of karma. A driver who was involved in a hit and run in Las Vegas was caught when his truck overturned on an on-ramp to I-15. According to police, 41-year-old Isaac Hugh Kennedy hit a vehicle at a stop sign when he was traveling down a road in the wrong direction. He took off, with the vehicle he hit following the truck until it rolled over. Kennedy was arrested for suspicion of impaired driving and reckless driving.
You know, we like to give truckers benefit of the doubt a lot of the times, but that guy, I think all of you can agree, probably didn't need to be driving in the first place.
No,
if you're going the wrong way down the road and then, hitting cars and taking off afterwards, again, karma, it can be.
That's right. And it could have been worse. It could have been worse. I can tell you that.
Exactly. It could have hurt someone.
Yes.
So,
Well,
go ahead. I was stepping on your line. Go for it. What is it?
That does it for today's update.
Tune in tomorrow for all that trucking news you need to know.